This is Simon. He was born with a renal dysplasia. This is a serious kidney condition. In 2005, he had his first transplant from his mom, but by 2009, his kidney had failed again. So since then, he has been on the waiting list for 6 years. In my family, we all have decided to be organ donors just because we believe that we should help people even after we're gone. So organ donation is very important, and we must work together to increase the amount of donors. In my presentation, I will first go over by talking about the problem, and then I will go over the two main barriers to the problem, such as the fear of being cut open while still being alive, and the lack of information that people know. After that, I will then go over the solutions, and then I will conclude with how to sign up to be an organ donor. So, according to the United Network for Organ Sharing, their mission is to advance organ availability and transplant, to support patients through education and technology. The problem today is that there is approximately over 100,000 people on the waiting list. And on top of that, every 10 minutes, a new person is added to the list. Also, along with that, there are only 12,211 people who are actually organ donors. And according to the Federal Entity for the Oversight of Organ and Blood Stem Cells Transplants, also known as the Government Information and Organ Donation and Transplant. Out of the people on the waiting list, there are more than 7,000 candidates that die waiting for an organ each year. The support from the people is about 95%, but only about 54% are actually organ donors. So why is the number between the people on the waiting list and the people willing to donate so low? There are several misconceptions, such as the fear of being cut open before being fully dead, that stop people from being organ donors. The first cause is fear of medical mistakes. In our class, I have found that from the survey, out of 12 people, that 25% actually fear of being cut open before being completely dead. Now, one person said that they don't want a trainee to not know whether a patient is still alive and call the wrong time of death. Others fear that the doctors won't give them their best care due to the poor past experiences. The second cause is not everyone is informed of the stipulations that comes with being an organ donor. Also, in my survey, 33% of the group had said lack of information was another cause of not being donors. In the survey, I asked specifics and found that you may wonder if you are old enough, healthy enough, or able to even donate, or it comes with the title of being an organ donor. In order to solve the problem of lack of donors, we have to refute the fears to myths of people believe. Depending on the cause of death determines what organs can be donated. First, any person not evaluated for organ donations until life-saving measures have been attempted. According to the dead donor rule, a doctor who is not on the organ donation team has to call the time of death before any organ donors can be harvested. But according to James of the death, before organs are taken out, according to James Leonardo Park, an independent experiential philosopher and medical ethicist, if you could become an organ donor, donors will even get more tests to determine that you are truly dead. It will be no cost to the family. Up to your last breath, doctors have to give you the best care to ensure that everything that they did everything that was possible. Lastly, we must cut out the stipulations. You need to know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So age is not a big problem when it comes to donating. According to the U.S. Government of Information, you can donate from a newborn to a senior citizen. Parent consent is only needed if you are under 18. if you have health conditions, don't think that you can't be an organ donor. In fact, most people with health conditions are still able to donate depending on what organ it affects. As long as you don't have cancer or HIV or a systemic infection, you are potentially a suitable donor. The title that comes with it: when you die, your organs will be taken out and given to people on the waiting list that have the best match. In order for this to go easy, it is safe to ensure that you talk to your family about your wishes, such as organs you want donated and what you want to have done with your body after. So, maybe you haven't been fully informed or aware of how to become an organ donor. Or maybe the fear of being alive under the knife is what holds you back from being an organ donor. If you choose to become a donor, you choose to save a life or multiple lives. There are several ways to sign up. The easiest I found is that you go to this website right here, and then it'll ask you to enter your zip code and email, and then after that it'll ask for your name, gender, birthday, address, and city. And then lastly, you put your 4 digits of your social security, and then you hit I agree to terms and submit. So the next time you go to your local DMV, or even just take a couple minutes online to sign up, as I learned from a quote by the Fresh Quotes: recycle organs, not just Coke cans.